I swear to God, if my man ever calls me bitch, I don't even care if it's, hey yo guys, this is my bitch. That's the day you will see me walk out of that door.
Hello. That wasn't planned. No, okay, no, serious. Okay. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Now you remember I told you guys my last video I was gonna do Woke Wednesdays. So we back again, and for today's video we're gonna do the first Woke Wednesday video, and I'm doing it with my sister. And each video is gonna have someone else that I want to do it with. And specific for those specific topics and all that.
Specific topics?
Specific topics.
I'm just making sure.
And so, what we're going to be talking about today is Woke Wednesdays. Has makeup gone too far? And you have to think about it.
Think about it.
I wear makeup, like, don't get me wrong. I love wearing makeup, but has makeup gone too far? And why I'm saying this is because one day I was just scrolling through Instagram, right? And I was like, oh, this is cool pictures, you know. Then I go through
like
Instagram.
That. On her phone.
Yes, I was just like that on Instagram. And I was scrolling through Instagram. I saw this picture. I said, Zone. I said, wait, as in? And I thought I was sure. I said, okay, wait, let me go look at the comments in this picture because there has to be some type of comments in this picture. And look at the comments. I was like, oh my God, people are like, some people don't like it, but some people do like it. And let me describe the picture. The picture is this picture is like a makeup artist, and her hand is pale white, low key, almost the color of this t-shirt. Then it gets brown to the color of my face.
Bro, she white.
She got to the color of my face. The color of my face, bruh. Like this to this with some bronzing cream.
Just read.
And then I was going to the comments, and people were like, "Oh, leave her alone. She just likes making herself darker. She's called tanning, even in her skin tanning lines." As in, then I go to the comments. Look at what one person said. I won't say the name because I don't want to bash them, but they said,
"Wait, if this was my channel, you would be bashed." But it's okay.
No, listen. So then they said, OMG, what the fuck? WTF? I hate it when people try to change their skin color. It makes me so angry. Wait. No, it's not there, not there. Oh, like, can you just love and respect your skin color? Bam.
Pause.
That's it. That's it.
If she left it there,
just leave it there.
I would say, thank you.
I was reading the comments because I read the comment and then I didn't see the comment because I saw people acting this person. And they were saying, oh, this person, why are you saying you sound racist? I was like, wait, let me find this comment. And I was agreeing while I was real. I was like, why y'all attacking this poor person?
Now play.
No, play. Next
listen to the rest of it.
And then it said, especially people with whiter skin. If you have white,
number one.
If you have white skin, be proud of it because white skin represents cleanliness and higher status. And she put hashtag respect your skin color.
Now
drop the bobby pin. Drop my bottle. Drop it.
I would just like to say something very quickly.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Now, she said white skin, Abby, results in cleanliness and cleanliness. Oh, that, my sister. I'm not sure if she can comprehend this, but when I shower,
it doesn't come off. No.
It's not that.
It's not.
Okay?
Okay.
It's melanin.
Okay.
It protects me from the sun.
Of course.
Okay?
Okay.
The more melanated you are, the more protection you have from UV rays, which reduces your chances of skin cancer. Sweetikins, if anything, what you're implying is dirty skin is God's gift to me to protect me.
Boom.
Why do you think black don't crack? Melanin. We got more of it. Those melanocytes that make melanin, those things, they protect your sun, your skin from the sun. So that you don't get those nasty wrinkles. You feel me? That's how this shit stay up and perky.
No, but here's the thing. I saw that picture and I was like, okay, you know, this bothered me. And I screenshotted the picture and I screenshotted the comment in the picture. And I posted about it. This is what I had said. Let me read. I have two things to say. Why is it that all of a sudden it's a trend to be or get a tan, to get tan instantly? My bad, let me correct myself. Why is it a trend to be black? I saw this post and I was shook because it's funny how women of color, specifically black women, have been told that their skin is too dark, it's ugly, you look dirty, and people are now making themselves black. Zim, let's pause there. Let's start with the makeup industry. The makeup industry on its own, does specifically in drugstore makeup, does not have a variety for darker skinned girls. It's low-key hard for me and my sister to find color shades, and we're not even
in terms of like being dark.
We're not dark. In that itself, it shows you how much people with darker skin aren't necessarily appreciated, and it's because
or even recognized,
and it becomes subconscious that we assume that our skin isn't good enough because we don't see it as often. You know what I'm saying?
And the makeup skin is headed by a lot of white people who don't know what it feels like to go to a makeup store or just go to any store and not have that Shea Moisture look cream that you needed, or that bronzer that you needed to do your makeup that day. Because y'all have your stuff everywhere. See, that's the thing. This is what I need to break down for people who legitimately don't get it.
Or don't know.
Or just don't know. You feel me? A lot of people just go, oh my God, why does everything have to be made about race and blase, blase, blase? Here's why. Because if you're saying why does everything have to be about race, most likely you're living a life where you don't have to recognize it.
Where your skin color doesn't take a play.
Exactly.
It doesn't take a play
on how you live your daily life.
Yeah.
You feel me? Sometimes, like, when you're a person of color, or when you're just black, when you're black, you have to think about how the world will perceive you. You have to think about, will I be safe in this space?
Will I make it?
For example, I went to North Carolina to visit one of the schools I got accepted to, Davidson College, and a white person there would be chill. You feel me? You don't have people staring at you. You don't have people following you around in stores to make sure you don't steal anything. But being a black person, if I went there with door knocker earrings and a colorful head wrap, people are going to look at me like I'm an alien. They would not know that I received multiple scholarships from multiple prestigious universities. They'll just see my skin. They won't know that we're both intelligent. They will know nothing about me except for the color of my skin and then immediately judge me. And if you want to figure it out for yourself, I advise you, the next time you see a black person, just don't do it consciously. Make sure it's subconscious, if that makes sense. But the next time you see a black person, or not even the next time you see a black person, the next time you have seen a black person, don't think about it at that moment, but think about it afterwards. Exactly. What automatically came to your mind when you saw that black person? Did you think, oh, should I cross the street? Did you think, oh, let me walk away a little bit? Did you think, let me clutch my bag a little tighter? No matter how small. Did you think like that? And then think of it. Was it because they were black? And then think of it again. Let's say you walk past a black person and then recognize yourself after you walk by another person who isn't black. How did you react?
Compare the differences.
Compare the differences. And then that in itself will tell you. A lot of the racism that we experience and a lot of the racism that happens is subconscious, and people mistake that for a post-racial world. No, it's not post-racial. Because as opposed to, see, don't get me wrong, black people are still being lynched and killed. But one, it's not as common.
True.
And two, the racism that we're living in now is low-key hidden.
In this post as well, it's like someone had commented on the picture when I posted it on Instagram, and they were talking about how, why are you getting mad about people trying to embrace their culture now? People want to be black like you and you're getting mad. My thing is, to embrace my culture, you don't need to look like me. Paint your skin to look like me. That doesn't mean embrace my culture. That means that you're trying to be like me. Example, when you see a celebrity, when I see Beyonce, I don't want to be like her. When I see Zendaya, I don't want to be like her. They inspire me to be the best version of myself, but I'm not going to be like them because they're their own person. When it comes to the black culture a lot, or being Nigerian, the Nigerian culture, it's like when people see us from an outside perspective, they want to learn so much about it, but what draws the line is when you try to be it. You know, you can't be a culture, like, especially if it's not you. You can't be it. Instead of trying to be something that you're not, learn to accept it, man. And I think about the caste system and how it was placed where people with white skin, lighter skin, were automatically seen as beautiful, but once you're dark,
and you know what people also say to that?
It's bad.
You know, this is the comment that I always hate. Well, she's tanning her skin because she's insecure about her skin. What about black girls who bleach their skin? why is it wrong for a girl with straight hair to wear an afro, but then it's okay for a black girl to wear a blonde weave?
Or why is it okay for a black girl to bleach her skin, but then you're talking about someone tanning, making them skin darker? My thing is, hold on. Tanning, let me just say this. We are so quick to say tan is a color. Tan isn't necessarily a color. Tanning is the science of making your skin darker. Black people tan, but we just get dark. We don't get tan like how people think tan is orange and... No. Nah, fam. Tan is just getting dark. That's all it is.
My skin is 2 shades darker.
That's all it is.
I have a separate foundation for the summer. But back to the point of why is it okay for... Let me break it down for you again, alright?
Go ahead.
Let me preach to y'all just a little bit.
Go ahead.
The reason why, this is my opinion, based off of what I've read, classes I've took. The reason why I say it's unacceptable for a white person or person who's not black to rock an afro if that's not your natural hair type, or to purposely make yourself darker, or to, I guess, act black, whatever the hell that means, is because as black people, you don't get this because you're not black. But as black people... Some people won't get that. We are made fun of. We are killed. Literally. For the things that make us black. This skin, the reason why we're so pressed that a white girl can come and take a tanning cream and make herself look dark and then it's acceptable. Oh my God,
when you're naturally... But when it's something natural.
But when I'm naturally black, I'm automatically seen as ratchet, ghetto, uneducated, hoe, thief, criminal,
true,
baby mama,
true,
so many things,
yeah,
so many things because I am black. You want to know why? Because in America, and this is why everything stems from slavery. In America, when race was created, race is man-made. The idea of race, black, white, all that man-made. Let's just get that out the way. Race is man-made.
Yep.
Race is a social construct.
Yep.
Now that that's out the way, because of that. When slavery was first brought to America, and when slavery, like European slavery, not African slavery, because African slavery is different. That's a different video for another time. When European slavery was brought to America, race was created so that white people would be on top, and black people would be on the bottom. Look up Bacon's Rebellion. In this rebellion, you had white and black, indentured servants working.
True.
And they thought, I'm being treated really shittily. Let's all rebel.
She said shittily.
It's a word. Let's all rebel.
Yep.
So black and white indentured servants came together. When it was time for the black and white indentured servants to be prosecuted, they told the white man, okay, you'll get a few more years in indentured servitude. And the black guy said, well, what about me? And they said, oh, you're getting serving for life. And they're like, why? Well, because you're black. That's where that comes from. That's when that line, not like, I wouldn't say, it was probably drawn, like it was starting to begin to like draw there, but that's where historians like to like say, okay, this is when white skin automatically started holding a higher standard. I
think it initially started when the Spaniards were coming to Mexico, Central America, and the Aztec and the Mayans were all there, and that's where it started with the casta paintings. And I feel like that's where it started, because initially they just came there and they wanted to use, and they just had the Aztecs and the Mayans, and they all died off because of sickness and all these things. But then once they knew that they died off, they wanted to make profit. They wanted more money. So that's when slavery, African slavery started, and that's when they started bringing Western Africans to like Central America initially, and South America initially, not to North America yet, not to the United States, but like Central America and South America. They started bringing slaves there, and that's where the whole origination of being black, you're less. And it came to a point where in a sense, let's say someone who is indigenous or lived in Central America had a baby with someone who was black, that child would then hate themselves because, or not that child would hate themselves, but they were taught that black was bad.
Exactly.
And that's where the casta paintings came in, because they would do paintings. Someone who was pure white, let's say the whitest you can be, as white as this t-shirt, would be seen as higher class. The woman wearing like fajas, I guess you can say, or robosas, and that's where like the waist trainer and stuff, they would be dressed nicely with high-end clothing, let's say Louis Vuitton and stuff like that. But then people who were black, who were slaves, indigenous people, they'd be dressed in raggedy clothes.
What are you doing?
Move, stop. they'd be dressed they'd be dressed in raggedy clothes, and already that paints a picture, not just in your heads, but physically. It's a picture that painted to you what black is supposed to look like. So then that already makes black people feel and look like they're not good enough based on the color of their skin, and it's a picture that portrayed this. And if you Google now casta paintings or the caste system, it will show you from white to dark, and it shows you the class and how they look and what they classified black to be in a way.
If y'all want more evidence, read the Willie Lynch letter. So Willie Lynch letters, basically it was Willie Lynch, that's where you get the term lynching, outlining how to subjugate a black African person to make them lesser so they're easier to enslave. This is why everything roots in slavery. Let me break it down for you right quick.
Again.
Because the reason, okay, so racism didn't just, because let's just start from the beginning. If you're gonna enslave someone, because no one's born a slave. You're not a slave.
Born free.
Everyone is born free.
Yep.
To enslave someone, you have to change their psyche.
Yep.
You have to change how they're thinking mentally. We're talking about African kings and queens. I kid you not. Google the Moors. If it weren't for the Moors, Europeans will still be in Europe scratching their butts, living with pigs and chickens. What's it called? Europeans wouldn't know anything about sanitation. Wouldn't know anything about living in a separate place with your pigs and animals. But let's just forget about that.
Wait, but the Moors were black.
Oh yeah, the Moors were African.
They were African.
We're talking about West African kings and queens. We're talking about Igbos, Yorubas, chiefs, leaders. People who rule nations.
As in?
You feel me? You have to find a way to bring them down. And it can't just be mere hitting.
No.
Hitting will only do so much because they're strong too. So Europeans went, if we want this slavery to work out, we gotta do something bigger.
Yup.
We gotta do something
They
bigger.
gotta change their psyche.
Their psyche. That's where you get Europeans calling people outside of their name, calling them niggers. Because they said, if I can separate what I call black people and what I call white people, then I can break down their identity. Take away my identity, and you've taken away a piece of me. If someone is no longer calling me Foma, but they're calling me nigger, and associating monstrous attributes with it, monstrous characteristics, then over time I'm going to be thinking, am I really that? Because that's the only name I hear. And they said, oh yeah, we'll break them down and call them outside their names, and that's what people are still practicing today. Because ain't nobody taught them different. True. They literally set up a power structure where white people would be on top for the sake of slavery and saying, okay, now I have power over you so you can work on my plantation.
And so we want to bring it back to this makeup thing. We're not talking all this because it comes out of nowhere and we're just being extra. It's not about being extra. It's about speaking the truth and the reality of so many situations. This girl, she probably didn't see her wrong in it, or she didn't see anything wrong with it. But it made me think about how
like, here's the thing. It's okay when
for a white girl to be...
It's okay for a white girl to be black. When Marc Jacobs puts a bunch of white models with dreadlocks, locks and Bantu knots on the runway, it's high fashion. It's
the way society is trained. And with one of the comments also in my thing, someone said, why? Oh yeah, what I was saying before. Why are you getting mad? People are starting to accept it and all this thing. No, they're not. They're taking something that's from another culture and trying to make it their own. And it's like, and changing the name so they can claim it themselves. And it makes me wonder, like, why can't you just give the culture its credit? And what will make it even better is when you ask questions about people who come from that culture. Ask me.
Ask me now.
Ask me. I will give you the answer. Just ask me, Biko. Give it its credit. Stop culturally appropriating someone else's culture. Respect it. Accept it. Sorry, wait, hold on. Sorry, my camera died, so I have to use my phone, and I'm holding it with my arm right now. So sorry. Sorry if the video's like shaky. You have to think about, has makeup gone too far? Like, we need to stop thinking about tanning to make ourselves darker in a sense, especially with that drastic of a change, because it becomes a thing of, wait, do I not like the fact that my skin is white? Do I not like my skin in period in general? So it's more of appreciating someone else for what they are.
And also to the little black girls or even grown black women who bleach, who told you that your skin isn't beautiful?
Where did that come from?
And you may not have heard it explicitly, it may be subconscious.
Yep.
Why must you bleach?
And it's very common in Nigeria.
It is.
To bleach your skin, it's very common.
In like Jamaica, Barbados.
And you know what's funny? I remember, I forgot who I was talking to, but they say women in Nigeria bleach their skin because it's for beauty reasons. They want to feel prettier if they bleach their skin.
That you're already calling your dark skin that God blessed you with
ugly.
That protects you from the sun and gives you advantages. Ugly. Ugly. You're calling it ugly.
My channel always comes down to loving and accepting who you are as a person. And once you learn to love yourself and where you come from and your background and everything about it, then that's when you start to learn to love and appreciate other people's backgrounds and where they come from. But think about the reasons as to why you're making your skin darker. Think of the reasons as to where it comes from. And think about what we said in this video, you know? Just, I hope you guys got a little woke off of this video. Stay tuned. Hope y'all enjoyed this video. Comment anything. Subscribe if you're new to my channel. You can go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Add me on Snapchat. Follow me on Twitter. Same thing for my sister. You can add her on Instagram. Follow her on Instagram. Follow her on Twitter. So thanks for watching, you guys. I don't know. I don't have a bug, but oh my god, I did some faux locks with some crochet faux locks.
And this is what I'm working with. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Mwah. Deuces. Peace.
Okay.